Hi friends, this is Miss Gilbertson. Today we are going to work on rounding to the nearest tenth. We have not worked on rounding before, so it might be a little tricky at first, but we're super smart, so I know we can do it. So the biggest rule with rounding is that if the number ends to the nearest tenth, if the number ends with a 5 or bigger, we're going up. We're going up. Good. Say it. 5 or bigger. We're going up. We're going. Good. So if it has a 5 or bigger in the ones place for rounding to the nearest tenth, we're going up. So let's take a look. My first example is 37. 37. So I take a look at that number in the ones place. This is a 7. Is 7 5 or bigger? Yeah, so we're going up. That means that we change this number in the tens place to the next biggest number. I'm rounding up to the next biggest 10. So what's 1 more than 3? 4. And then that 7 just turns into a 0 because I'm rounding to the nearest 10. So from 37, my new answer is 40. Good. Now I'm looking at my next one. 33. I take a look in my tens place. It's a 3. Is 3 5 or bigger? No way, Jose. So we're going down. We're going to keep this number in our tens place exactly the same. So we make 30. And now this just switches to a 0, 30. 33 rounded to the nearest 10 is 30. Good. Looking at the next one, we have 58. We have 58. I look in my ones place. I see it's an 8. Is that 8 5 or bigger? Yeah, so we're going up. We need to change this 5 into the next biggest number. What's 1 more than 5? 6. Good. 6, and we change this to a 0. 58 rounded to the nearest 10 is 60. Good. We drop that number in the ones place, and it's always going to be a 0 when we're rounding to the nearest 10. When we're rounding to the nearest 10, this will always turn into a 0. This is the only number that's either going to go up or stay the same. So let's take a look at our next one. I have the number 27. What's the number? 27. Good. I look in my ones place. Is 7 5 or bigger? Yes, so we're going up. So now I change this 2. What's 1 more than 2? 3. And this 7 turns into a 0. My answer is 30. Very good. Okay, this time I'm going to need a lot more of your help. My number is what? 91. Good. Now I look at my ones place. I look in my ones place. Is 1 5 or bigger? Give me a thumbs up if 1 is 5 or bigger. I shouldn't see any thumbs up. I should see a bunch of thumbs down because 1 is smaller than 5. So we know that this number in our tens place will stay exactly the same. It stays exactly the same. So I write my 9. And then that 1 turns into a what? A 0. Good. My new answer is 90. 91 rounded to the nearest tenth is 90. Good. We have a couple more. Ooh, this is, friends, this is going to be so tricky. Okay, let's see. So my number is 65. My number is, let's take a look at our ones place. And now we're finally dealing with, is it 5 or bigger? Guess what? These end with a 5. If it ends with a 5, you act the same way you did when we were going up. 5 is part of that going up number. So I'm looking 65. Is 5 or bigger? Is it 5 or bigger? Yeah, because it's 5. So we're going up. What's 1 more than 6? 7. Good. And then what does my other number turn into? A 0. Good, because we're going up. 65 rounded to the nearest 10th is 70. Good. And now we're looking at 95. 95. I'm going to give you about 20 seconds. Let's see if you can do this all on your own. What is 95 rounded to the nearest 10th? Ready, go. Do you have it yet? All right, let's try it. Where did you start looking? You should have started looking in your ones place. Good. I see a 5. Is it 5 or bigger? Yes, so we're going up. I look at this 9. Oh my goodness. What comes after 9? 10. 10 comes after 9, just the same way we would any other number. But now, friends, this 5 still turns into that 0. So if I round 95 to the nearest 10th, my number is 100 because it's going up. Bigger than 95 is 100 to the nearest 10th. All right, friends, you did a really good job today. Just remember when you're doing your exit ticket, if it's 5 or bigger, go up. If it's 5 or bigger, you're going up. And your answers should always end with a 0. If your answer does not end with a 0 when you're rounding to the nearest 10th, it's wrong. Say it's wrong. We don't want that. So make sure that 5 or bigger, you're going up, and they always end with a 0. All right, you're ready for your exit ticket on Google Classroom. I will see you all tomorrow.